9 News Mornings at 5 a.m. starts right now.
Taking a live look outside over downtown Denver this morning, where we are entering day 2 of that extreme heat. Today is going to be another hot and breezy day out there for a lot of people. These conditions are causing the National Weather Service to issue a red flag warning as well for the western part of our state, where we are already seeing some of those fires burning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Lawrence Cafidi. We want to head over to Weather Impact Team meteorologist Keely Chalmers with more details. Hey, Keely.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we made it up to 97 degrees for a high yesterday. If it felt hot yesterday to you, we'll get ready for the same several days as we head into the week. We're talking about temperatures climbing up to about 98 degrees for this afternoon. A pleasant start to your Tuesday. Temperatures right now in the mid to upper 60s. So this is the coolest part of the day, no question. And we will gradually warm up from here on out. We are tracking some storms up there in the northeast corner of the state, finally pushing out. We are under the influence of a very dry air mass, a very dry, very hot air mass. So that is going to keep us dry. Those clouds are going to clear out a bit as we head into the afternoon hours. We're going to reach the 80s by 10 o'clock, 90s by noon. And again, temperatures climbing into the upper 90s. So your weather headlines, that hot and dry weather, no question, topping our weather headlines. Going to be breezy as well today and tonight, and that will increase the fire danger. In fact, we do have a fire weather warning to talk about, as well as some relief in store for us this weekend. We'll talk more about that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
All right, Keely, thank you so much. We do want to get you out the door this morning as far as what we're looking like at I-25 and 6th Avenue. In the last half hour, we had some overnight road work that just cleared out. It was closing a couple lanes on that northbound side of 6th, but again, no issues. I watched those cones get all picked up, so all lanes now back open and moving. It's something we've been dealing with all summer long. I-25 paving, road work on either side of the interstate. So right now, it's not going to be one of those mornings where that lingers into the 5 or 6 o'clock hour. So that is good news I get to bring you right now. Let's take you over to our map and check in. Lots of green out here. Again, nothing major to slow you down. Westbound I-70 drive between E470 and 76 in good shape. Right now, you've got the green light, and that drive across town will only take you about 13 minutes.
Right now, police are asking for help finding this woman who they say pulled off a string of sleight of hand thefts at banks across the metro. The FBI and Denver police say that she walked into banks in at least 5 cities pretending to be a customer needing help exchanging money. But instead of a real transaction, officials say that she used tricky hand movements to distract tellers and steal cash. She's believed to be between 20 and 30 years old with a heavy build. Surveillance photos show that she is wearing a baseball cap with a cartoon logo, carrying a cross-body bag as well. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 720-913-7867.
Developing this morning, 7 people are recovering at the hospital after a big crash. At least 1 person is seriously hurt. This happened at the intersection of Mississippi and Sable. We know 2 cars were involved. Aurora police are investigating what may have caused the crash. Westbound Mississippi was closed because of it. We're working to see if the road is back open and see if there are any updates on the victims. As soon as we learn more, we'll update you on air and 9news.com.
5 people are dead after a head-on crash in Grand County. This happened Monday morning about 4 miles south of Kremling. CSP says that a pickup truck was going north on Highway 9 when it crossed into the southbound lane. It hit an SUV head-on. All 5 people in the SUV were killed. The driver of the pickup was taken to the hospital by helicopter. CSP says that the 25-year-old man from Parker may not survive. The agency has not released the names of the people in the crash.
A man now faces charges in a deadly hit-and-run crash on I-25. Officers arrested 29-year-old Jeffrey Alvarez. They say just after midnight on Saturday, he was driving near Spear Boulevard when he made a quick lane change and collided with another car. Alvarez's passenger was thrown from his SUV and died. Police documents show Alvarez went to a police station later that day and turned himself in.
A stretch of road in Aurora is expected to be closed for the majority of the day today after a crash between an RTD train and a semi-truck. 55 people were on the A-line train when it hit the semi just before 9:30 Monday morning. that happened near the intersection of Smith Road and Sable Boulevard. RTD says that the train operator was hospitalized as a precaution. The crash caused significant damage to the rail crossing safety equipment. Sable, north of Smith Road, remains closed at the railroad crossing through East Moncrief Place. That closure is expected to stay in place until this afternoon. The circumstances leading up to the crash are still under investigation.
Denver voters will soon get to decide whether to back a nearly $1 billion in debt for city improvements. City Council voted yesterday to put the vibrant Denver bond package on the November ballot. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live from the Denver City and County building now. Courtney, the row that vote revealed some disagreements. Not everyone got what they wanted.
Yes, that's right, Lauren. After weeks of debate, they finally decided and got to this point. And now after all of that, Denver voters will have the final say on this bond package on the November ballot. Here's just a few of the city projects that made it to the list and some that didn't make the cut. The largest projects within this bond package will go towards repairs for the 6th and 8th Avenue bridges, costing a combined $140 million. These bridges lead to the rumored home for the future Broncos Stadium. The city says both bridges are in need of repairs regardless of the Broncos' plans. In Southeast Denver, the city is planning to build a $20 million skate park and rec center near Kennedy Golf Course, but not everyone is celebrating wins within this bond package. The Denver Zoo's $50 million Latin America exhibit was cut down to just $3 million. Supporters have been flashing yellow protest signs at council meetings ever since. Advocates for safer bike infrastructure have been left out entirely, which kept council member Chris Hines from being entirely on board, but it did not end up being a roadblock to passing the bond package. Affordable housing was slated to get $70 million, but instead it was cut down to $55 million. If this is approved by Denver voters, about 46% of this bond funding would be allocated to transportation and mobility projects, things like streets and bridges. The mayor is holding a press conference on this decision, this bond package at 8:30 this morning. We'll be sure to bring you any updates on air and online. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, thank you. New this morning, Denver leaders just rolled out a big plan to reshape downtown, and they want you to weigh in. The City and Downtown Denver Partnership revealed a 20-year roadmap that aims to turn downtown into more than just a business district. The plan includes more housing, new parks, and upgraded public spaces like Civic Center and Skyline Park. It also looks to turn empty office buildings into homes, creative spaces, and community hubs. Mayor Mike Johnston says it's about making downtown a place where people live, not just pass through. We've got the details on how you can share your input on our website at 9news.com.
Also new this morning, Arapahoe County is putting $4.8 million toward making parks better. It's happening in 6 different communities. This is according to our partners at the Denver Gazette. They just handed out grants to help build new playgrounds, upgrade tennis courts, add accessible fishing docks, and more. They're also trying to install story walks and solar lights. The money comes from the county's open space sales and use tax. And local cities are pitching in more than $12 million of their own money. County leaders say it's all about creating fun, safe places to enjoy the outdoors for everyone.
A Routt County rancher said that a wolf killed one of his calves, but for months, Colorado Parks and Wildlife disagreed. Now, a secret recording uncovered by 9 News Investigates has flipped that story. Mike Nealis found a half-eaten calf on his property in April, just hours after a wolf was tracked nearby. CPW initially told him that there was not enough evidence a wolf was responsible and called the cause, quote, inconclusive. But one of their investigators privately admitted that she believed a wolf did kill the calf and said she felt pressure to downplay it.
Would one of your employees feel pressure not to label something a wolf kill?
Yeah, I don't know. We're taking that very seriously and looking into that. That particular employee, everything I've heard, like, she does a great job for us, right? And so we're digging into that, like, where might that be coming from?
Well, after learning about the recording, CPW reversed course, confirmed it, and confirmed that it was a wolf kill and paid the rancher for the loss. The ranchers now want an outside party to review these cases, but CPW's director says that's not going to happen.